Alright, it says we are now live. Okay. Sorry for the delays.
There we are. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we are definitely incredibly constrained from a bandwidth perspective. Today we do not have an LTE connection like we had in Amber Cove, but we're going to try to do the best we can with what we have. Well, it wasn't enough to actually have us streaming. Okay, I think people have gotten disgusted with the lack of connectivity. So let's see how this goes for a bit. Yeah, this is really choppy. This is not going to work. Because even movements are really, really slow. And it's buffering. Definitely not good. Let's see. I just wonder if we should pop over. I can try the Wi-Fi again with the lower bit rate.
Pretty much only talk to ourselves, so we can pretty much try anything. Or we could just start talking.
Or there are people that, well, I mean, if it's not actually going to be enough to stream, yeah, it says no data. It's terrible.
Did you go back to login.com?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally streaming right now.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
I'm just saying the bit rate is incredibly low, though.
Well, then we should take this off and delete it because we sound like idiots. That's not cool.
Well, I mean, okay. I'm saying that we are having some technical good. So, if anybody is actually watching right now, we sincerely apologize for this. We will probably make a video here instead and post it as soon as we actually can with our thoughts about our couple of sea days and our brief jaunt over to Half Moon Key.
It's actually looking much better now.
Okay. All right, we can give it a shot. Totally can give that a shot. No, that's the actual widget. So while I'm doing some technical stuff over here, why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay, welcome back to our live. Let's see, what have we been up to since our last live? We've had a sea day. We've actually had 2 sea days since we got on the ship. One thing I do like about the Horizon is there is a lot to do on the ship. They've got the whole sports deck with the Skyrider and the ropes course, mini golf. They've got the little outdoor exercise area with the little exercise machines. Lots to do on that top deck. And then the pools were pretty crowded during the day, which is pretty typical, pools and hot tubs. Bella and I actually went to the pool first thing in the morning on Amber Cove Day, and we were the only ones in the pool, so that was wonderful. We had the pool and hot tubs to ourselves. We were actually at the aft pool, and it was quiet and really nice, so we enjoyed that. Let's see, there's also an IMAX theater and a thrill theater. So we actually did do the thrill theater, which is a 4D immersive theater situation. We went in, you actually, I think it was $5.50 per person, if I remember correctly.
$5.50.
And there's 3 short films that you get to watch. They have 3 different levels, so we did level 1, which was the beginner's level. They have a level 2 and a level 3 as well. But it's basically that motion simulation. There's things like, we had one where we were, racing down a track, and we went through a snowdrift, and you could feel the snowdrift and the droplets on you, and some bats. So Bella enjoys the full body motion, like when it feels like we're going down a roller coaster and stuff like that, she likes. She does not like any of the tactile sensory effects, so she doesn't like the water droplets. There was a point where felt like bats were flying against the back of your legs. She wasn't real keen on that.
And also something in the back. So the chairs have all sorts of haptic feedback situations, and she didn't like that very much. Yeah,
if you've ever been on, like, It's a Bug's Life or Minions in Universal Studios, same type of deal. So yeah, she doesn't like the little individual startling poking kind of things, but the rest of it she loves. So it's also a good little sensory situation to get some nerves out and regulate sensory systems. So if you like that sort of thing, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll have to look and see if there's something playing in the IMAX that we're interested in. I'm not really sure what that, if I want to do that in YSC Day.
They have some good movies in the IMAX. I'm just not sure I want to commit that amount of time to just watching a movie that I could see at home. So,
yeah.
But yeah, if it were rainy or something like that, that's a great situation.
Totally agree.
What else has been going on?
Yesterday, the C-Day was a little boring to me. I'm not sure what I would have normally have been doing, but it didn't seem like there was a lot of scheduled or planned activities. I don't know. What did you think about that?
So there were things going on. There was trivia. There were a couple little dance classes up on the pool deck. They had some of the pool games going on. I miss Towel Animal Theater, not going to lie. It's a favorite of mine.
It actually is pretty cool.
I'm not sure what else would normally be going on. I mean, generally it's just trivia and kind of people watching and people hang by the pool. And, I mean, like I said, there's a lot to do, but they are outdoor hot sporty events, and we are not outdoor hot sporty people. So I would not say that it's necessarily boring for everybody. If you like to be out and active, there's actually a lot to do.
Very true. That's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, so right now we are anchored off. I don't know what type of anchoring this is. I do believe the ship is moving a little bit, but there's certainly at least one anchor that I saw during tender operations off of Half Moon Key. Can see potentially see a little bit over my shoulder portion of the island, but it's a really nice day, incredibly nice day. It's hot, but it's still not as hot as it could be. We've certainly been here when it's been a lot hotter. Tender operations went incredibly smoothly today. I believe we were like seriously ahead of schedule by at least an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had called all of the tender ticket numbers by 10 a.m. So people were off the ship fairly quickly, and then it was open tendering from that point on.
Yeah, and typical of Half Moon, the ride over is a little bumpy. Nowhere near as bad as it could be, again, but it was definitely a little bumpy. It'll be interesting to see if the conditions change the later in the evening that we get. But people seem to be having a really good time. Carnival does the typical like beach games. Like they had we saw a lifeguard slow motion contest where people were basically pretending to run in slow motion. Was that Chariots of Fire music?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. But all of that, live DJ with music on the beach. It looked like people were using the water sports toys and everything in the ocean. Looked like a pretty good time.
It's not really crowded over there. There's plenty of chairs. Not a lot of chairs in the shade, so if you like shade, I would definitely recommend renting one of the blue beach cabana thingies. I forget what they're called, but they cover 2 chairs. That'll give you some shade.
Oh, the clamshells.
Yeah, the clamshells. But plenty of chairs for everybody, plenty of space in the barbecue area, lots of covered seating.
Yeah, and if you're with a group, I highly suggest you consider the cost of a cabana. The cabanas are really, really nice. Even the small ones, because you've got your own little bit of shade, your own loungers. I think even the small cabanas have their own showers, don't they?
They have like an outdoor shower.
An outdoor shower.
But the 2-story villas and the private oasis also have their own bathroom,
Yeah,
which is a really nice thing to have if you have a group of people, especially if you're like a family, you've got little kids, you don't want to be running back and forth to the bathroom every 20 seconds.
And a hot tub. Is there a hot tub? I think there's a hot tub.
In the 2-story villa?
I think there's a hot tub.
There may or may not be a hot tub.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's probably 3 or 4, probably 4 or 5 years since we had one of those, or had the one. I think we only had it once for the 2-story. Now the Brand Oasis cabana does have a hot tub, or at least it did.
Yeah, there's a hot tub. It's got a water slide.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were going to check on the water slide, and the water slide is definitely intact, at least visibly. I didn't see anyone slide down. Did you see anyone slide down the water slide?
I didn't see anybody.
Yeah,
I think they were just drinking.
Yeah, people were out in the roped off area in the ocean by the cabana. So yeah, it looked like they were having a really good time.
And as far as masks, so we had to wear masks while we were getting off the ship, on the tender, I guess they're water shuttles now, on the water shuttle over to the island, and then we could take masks off. And then, same thing coming back to the ship on the water shuttle and getting back on the ship, you did need to wear your mask.
Yeah, and again, tender operations were perfect for the to and from that we took. I did take some video of us going over and coming back. That will eventually get posted up, hopefully in the next few days, probably right after we return, just so you can get a feel for what it's like to on board the tender and actually take the trip to and from.
We also have footage on the island. We wanted to go live from the island, but we had some difficulties with our third-party application that we have to use to stream. So the road to 1,000 subscribers is now our #1 challenge, so that we can actually do things a little bit more easily and just pull up YouTube and go. So yeah, thank you everybody who's subscribed so far. You are really helping us out a lot. Definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm, getting more views, getting more subscribers. And like I said, once we get to 1,000, we can just do a lot of things more natively and provide a lot more content more easily. So we are looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I think we're going to do this coming weekend, once we're back home, we'll probably do a wrap-up live stream, share some of the footage and just overall thoughts for the cruise, especially with this being the first one out of Florida for Carnival, and it should be a lot better because we'll have more bandwidth and all the gear that we actually need. So we have learned a lot of lessons about the gear, so hopefully things will improve in the future.
Yeah, this is our first time out in the wild, live streaming and videoing out in the wild. So thank you for joining the adventure with us. It's definitely a learning experience. We're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to go over some of the mistakes that were made and some of the things that we've learned on the Read Tech channel.
On the Read Tech channel. We will link that so
Absolutely.
You can follow on the Read Tech channel.
Yes, all the boring details of kind of what the setup was that we had, and then some of the things that I certainly wish that I had remembered to bring or had just been prepared for.
So, back to the cruise.
Yes.
Other things that we have done. We went to the Playlist production show. So production shows are back. This was actually a new show, first time we've seen it. It was called Vintage Pop. It was really, really good. Really nice job was done. It was an interesting mashup of some vintage songs with current songs. So that was interesting. I won't give anything away, but definitely it's a good show. More of the actual dancers and singers were performing throughout the whole thing. Some of the previous Playlist productions had a lot of sort of video shots and things like that, but there was a lot more singing and dancing numbers in this show, which was really nice. Enjoyed that. Food has been pretty. Carnival. It's definitely what I expected. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely what I've expected. Some things have been better than expected. Some things have been a little less than expected. There's definitely some limitations, but first cruise back, we expected that. So we've just kind of been going with the flow. We have not eaten in the main dining room, so if you have questions about the main dining room, I do not know.
Yeah, we can't help you with that.
But one of the things I do like about Carnival is that you can pretty much get the same food from the main dining room on the buffet. And we've been doing that simply because there's not a lot of people there and it's easy access. Yeah, that's another thing. Our cabin location is fantastic.
It's so convenient.
We are on deck 9, one deck below the Lido Marketplace. We're not getting a lot of noise from up there, but it is one short staircase away. So being able to just kind of pop up there and grab something and come back to the cabin has been very nice.
Yes, that is. I think this is a perfect location. We're far enough towards midship from the elevator lobbies that we don't even hear any of the elevator commotion or anything like that. So that is really good. But it also makes the elevators super convenient to jump on, to like scoot down to deck 4, with where the is that the Limelight? Limelight?
Yep, the Limelight, where they have the comedy shows.
Comedy shows, karaoke. We walked by and they were doing karaoke for a while.
There has been a lot of karaoke.
Yeah, it was
I've been kind of surprised about the level of karaoke-ness going on.
lots of karaoke. Let's see. Yeah, so deck 4 with the casino, those lounges.
And you can walk across to go to the Liquid Lounge, which is where they show the playlist production and some of the other shows and games.
Right. Yeah, because that's on deck 3. The bottom is the bottom of that on deck 3? No, it's on deck 4. It's deck 4 and 5 for the main theater, right?
I don't know. 3 and 4, 4 and 5. But if you're on 4, you're going to hit it. So
Yeah,
either
absolutely.
way, 4 is great.
Yeah.
And we do realize, for those who are not on vacation like us, this is not a great time for a live stream. So definitely leave some comments. Let us know when would be a good time. We'd love to have more people that can actually tune in. We appreciate those that have joined us. But yeah, we do realize that those of us that are on vacation are available in the middle of the day, and
Exactly.
we would love to have some more people jumping in, perhaps this evening, tomorrow morning. Just let us know times that are good.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll definitely try again. The interesting thing is, I believe we are actually using the ship's Wi-Fi. So again, I won't get too deep into that because that's a Read Tech
channel. Also, I've been sharing some photos. I've got some more photos to share over on our Instagram, which is ReadLifeYT over on Instagram. So check that out if you want to see some photos. Got some nice photos today from Half Moon Key I'll be posting. So yeah, check us out on Instagram.
Is that it for this one?
So questions, if you guys have questions, please put them in the comments and I will collect them and add them to our next video so that I can get all the answers for you. If there's anything, again, you want us to check out, let us know because we still have more time on the ship. And we're at Half Moon Key and there's not a lot going on. So we are available to do some research. So I think that'll probably do it for now. Again, thanks for watching. Tell your family, tell your friends. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can provide more better content. So thanks so much for joining in.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for joining. And I guess we are out here.
All right, see you next time.
Peace. Wow.